Hi everybody, it's Jerry and welcome to Wildflower Wednesday. And ironically enough, today I'm going to actually talk about herbs. I'm going to ask you a few questions about herbs, so it won't be only wildflowers this Wednesday. I wanted to start off by showing you the first sideways, I'll keep saying this forever, the first sideways video I showed where I planted my seed bomb, the seed bomb that's on top of the flowers, one of these with the sunflower seeds in it and the wildflowers. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I have these as well, so I'll explain it a bit more. I just wanted to show you the progress because, do you know something, they grow so quickly, and the reason they grow so quickly is because technically at this stage they're called microgreens. I don't know whether you're kind of familiar with that, but they are seeds that have germinated and they're kind of in their most nutritious stage, and they're really good to eat. So if you're a fan of, sprouts or, sprouting vegetables and microgreens, they're really, really good, and you can grow sunflowers like that and you can just lop them off and have them at that stage. Or of course, if you want to grow them into flowers, you can indeed as well. So I'll just show you how quickly these grew. So that was last Friday, and not Friday gone, the Friday before that. So here's what we have now from the windowsill, if you can see. Now I put a fair few sunflower seeds into my seed bombs. The reason being is because it's kind of a potluck, if you know about planting anyway. It's like anything in nature, some things grow and some things don't. So it's survival of the fittest all the way. So to ensure that you get some growth, I put a few seeds in. I'm not stingy with the seeds in any way. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here sprouting now already, and they are attached still. I don't know whether you can see this very well, probably not. I'll take a photograph of it into the pot and put it up, but they're still attached to the seed bomb, so the paper's still intact and they're growing out from that. Now the wildflower seeds haven't germinated just yet because it's not the time of the year for them, so they will stay there until they're ready to do, and nature will just do its course. So I have them on the window, and just to show you that the herbs I also planted the mint into this guy the same evening. Nothing yet because it's not the right time. So don't be disappointed if you plant it and you see it and nothing happens. It's like, it's still, I'm cold, look at me, I'm dressed up. It's not the time for plants to grow, and if they did grow and if they're out in nature, they just die off because we're going to have snow again and frost and the whole shebang. So it's a very normal thing for them not to have sprouted, But the sunflowers, yes, because as I said, they sprout quickly and they will grow. I will take them out when that starts to break down. They get stronger, and I replant them into separate pots. So I have individual sunflowers then in the garden. So when you get them and when you buy them, you're getting, like, as I said, 5, 6 plants there, plus all the wildflower plants, which will self-pollinate. Some of them are biennials, some of them are perennials, and some of them are annuals. And the annuals will self-seed because I have them in my own garden, and I can't show you now because I have some nigella there that's still hanging on, and some marigolds that are still hanging on this time of the year. But as a rule, it's their dormant season. So in this, and if you can see it up close, I have a few, and you've seen the photos of this. Now, why do I have this? You're wondering why do this? Well, I did this, and the concept was, I'm in a very nice group of people, and we all have the same kind of interests, and we're in business as well, so it's a wonderful group. And somebody had said to me the whole idea of the grown thing would be great for children. And as you know me, if you know me from Pebbles Max, I'm always banging on about children. I have 4 of my own, so and yes, they are. So I am developing and have nearly developed this package to go to schools. And what I'll have with this package will be a care pack. It's a whole care pack for a class. And there will be kind of instructions for the teacher and instructions for the children. And it'll explain the whole life cycle, the whole science behind it. And the whole idea is that the children will go, they'll take one of these and they'll plant them just like I did. And you see how quick they begin to grow. So kids don't get bored, they just begin to see how it all begin to work, and the teacher will have the care pack, and she will already know anyway, but keep it simple, and the children will have activities built around it. So that's what I'm developing at the moment because with all the video games and all the technology we have nowadays, which is a wonderful, look, I'm using it now myself, But I'd hate the art of nature to be forgotten in all of this. And children are so used to instant results nowadays that basically, you have to keep them kind of interested, or else they just go, next. So this is why I kind of am developing this, so we don't lose the art of learning how things grow, that not everything happens on a computer screen or in a game console, that nature is a miracle. So that's what the plan is for this. Now, I don't think I showed you this last time. I think this is a bit of a wobbly one. This is the Ireland wildflower paper. Now, I made my own Ireland shape, so like, listen, it's not a Google map, so don't go kind of trying to map your route. It's not going to happen. So I'm sorry if there's a few counties that have enlarged and some have small, but that's life. So this is full of seed paper. So my intention was, this is for people who are abroad, once they're in the EU, because you can't send seed outside the EU, it's against regulations, so it has to be in the EU. These are all licensed, they're organic, the whole shebang, but it doesn't matter what they are, they can't go outside the EU. It's very difficult and it's too complex. So these are for, there's a little bit of Ireland, pardon the pun. It's a bit of Ireland, wildflowers in a card, and there's a nice memento. And I think if you're away, you always miss home. You miss your Tayto crisps and your batch loaf and your tea and all that. But you also miss, the familiar things, and it's a sentimental thing and it's a nice thing. And I know it's because I have family abroad myself, and when I gave this to them, they were just, delighted. So that's what that is, and that's coming up, and I'm thinking for Patrick's Day, it's a lovely, lovely little memento, a piece of home, and just in time for spring. But my thing is, I want to ask you a question. In the other group as well, one of the very clever ladies said to me, because I grow herbs all the time, hence the mint, hence I grow everything, you know me. So she was saying maybe, a herbal tea blend, I was thinking that's just a fantastic idea. I'm wildflower crazy and I'm conservation crazy, but just because I am doesn't mean that everybody is, because we're all different, and that's what makes life interesting. So I'm thinking to myself, yes, I am not against growing things like that, because, I'll try sources as organic a supply as I can. It's not always easy, but that's my endeavour to do that. And I'm thinking, the best thing, the way you can help me is if you kind of say to me, put in the bottom, what's your favourite herbal tea? What's your favourite herb to grow? Do you have a favourite? Would you like to kind of, try that out? They're so easy to dry anyway. I have a dehydrator, but you don't have to use that. You can just hang them and you just make your tea. You can make it in a coffee machine. It's really easy. You just punch the leaves in, throw them in, and Bob's your uncle. So I'm thinking I'd like to have ideas of what you would think for herbal tea. So if you wanted a kind of a relaxing chill out tea, like you'd have maybe lavender. Lavender's a lovely tea. People don't, it's a strong taste, but it's a lovely tea. Lavender maybe, and lemon balm, and chamomile, and maybe mix it to grow them in a pot, so you have your own tea in a pot all through summer. Take the fresh leaves and then dry them at the end before they go and die off, and then they come back up next year. Herbs are brilliant, and you don't have to be green fingered. Herbs grow nearly in any type of soil. They're easy to grow. So I'd like your suggestions, what you would kind of like. Now, a lot of the tea mixes have other things in them, like roots and flowers and seeds. I'm predominantly thinking of the herbs that go into them. Of course, you can always add in, if you had ginger or stuff like that, you can add that into your leaf mix. But, I'd like to hear what your favourite tea is, because this is a bit of market research for me. And, even though sometimes I think I know everything, I don't. Like, you know what I mean? I just tell everyone in this house I do, because, it makes me feel good. So anyway, that's what I want to ask you if you could do, and if you would be interested in that kind of a seed paper. Because as I'm the only person kind of doing this, I can't just stick to one. It's not fair. I have to consider other options for other people if they're sending cards or if they're doing anything like that. If you're going to be making it, make it what people want, so, and it's still all growing, and it's still organic, and it's still grow your own. And so I'm good with that, and that's what I want to do. So if you have any questions, and if you'd like to know anything else about what I do, if I have any more new ideas coming up, I never showed you this. I keep saying, I get so busy I forget. This is what I was going to do, and I am, will be doing it. I'm in the process of doing it, is the box set I'm thinking for Mother's Day, or, for anything like that. And there's a whole collection in there of different little emblems they plant. It's just, listen, it's not chocolates. I like chocolates myself, but, you know, sometimes you want a kind of a gift with purpose. You don't always want to be given something, you know, that's the same, just a little bit different. And you know, they're all wildflowers. So that they have them and the seed bombs. So they have a collection of everything. So it's it's a whole full pack here. So I put pictures up of that when it comes in a nice package. I'll dick it up and show you how it comes, and you can let me know if you're interested in that. And as ever, ask questions, make suggestions. I'm here for you, and you know, I'm open to your suggestions, because there's no point in just listening to myself prattling on. I'd like to have your feedback. So who have I got? I have Barry. Hiya, Barry. Great to see you here, pal. I know I came on a little bit early, but my husband's away and he's coming home tonight, and I'm dressed like a womble, but I am a womble, you know, so there's no point in pretending. That's what I do. I like to recycle, and I like to grow stuff, and I like to repurpose. So Brian will be coming home to a womble. He's coming back from Europe, and he's probably boarding a plane now, so I'll probably miss him. It's just bad timing. And Violet, oh, Violet, I love you, Violet. It's great to see you joining me. You can watch back and you can put your input in if you'd like to. I'm just going to pop off now so I can actually say goodbye to my husband before he gets on his plane. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye.